Hello, everybody. This is Jesse from Signature.email. We're just going to talk quickly today about sizing elements of your email signature, both the signature itself and elements within it, such as images. So to start off with, I have a 600 wide email signature, which used to be the largest recommended size for an email signature. That kind of came from back in the day when we all had 1024 by 768 screens that all tended to be about this wide with a column on the left and your email content on the right. And that was very common back in the day. Unfortunately, we now all have different size screens, anywhere from really large to really small, and you have to be cognizant of that as you create email signatures for yourself and your clients. So what you're going to want to do is, yes, 600 is definitely the widest you should go. I would often recommend that 320 is sort of the new standard, which fits well both on desktop as well as mobile. I'll kind of show you what that can look like on mobile a little bit. Here we have the 600 pixel wide, which got scaled down when it got emailed out to someone on a mobile device. Makes the text pretty hard to read and buttons kind of hard to click on. Whereas if I go to an alternate version and show you that, now we can see everything is very easy to read here. The text and links are clickable very easily and much better for your viewer to use. So I'll just show you quickly in signature.email how you can do that. I'll go to this one. So first you're going to want to go to this styles and colors and scroll down to the signature width. This is the main overall width of your signature, and that can be adjusted as you need. But again, 320, you can go more than that, 400, 420, something like that. But just know that your email signature is going to start getting scaled down on those smaller mobile devices. So that's something to be aware of and use in your designs. Now, the other questions I get a lot are about images. As you size images, you're certainly welcome to size them in whatever image graphics software you have. When you use signature.email, you can actually upload any size of image. You can see these are 1298 by 1298. As I open that, it's actually going to size it down to double the image width that is set. So if this is set to 80 right now, then that is going to scale it down to 160 by 160, which allows it to look really great on both desktop devices as well as mobile devices, which may have retina screens, which are high DPI and have a lot more pixels kind of crammed into the same amount of space. That keeps the image looking really good on both desktop and mobile devices. A lot of other questions I get are about what kind of images to use. So here you're not going to want to use the kind of newfangled file types on the web, such as WebP or SVG. Those are just not going to work in the email clients that are out there these days. So you're going to want to stick to the tried and true standards, JPEG, obviously. You can still use PNGs. They do work in most email clients. A few really old ones would have trouble with that, but they work well, and they have the added advantage of being transparent. The other thing is you should consider GIFs, especially for things like logos, especially ones that have limited amounts of colors. GIFs can still work very well and allow you to be very flexible about that. Finally, as you're sizing your email signature, you're going to want to think about fonts. So you can go in and adjust your font size to large and small. In general, I'd recommend just keeping it a little bit smaller than the typical font size in most email clients, which is probably 12 or 13, maybe 14. And so what I would recommend is keeping your font size anywhere from about 11 up to 13 or 14. And that tends to be a pretty good range for email signatures. And making them look good. You don't want your content to be that much larger than the text of the email. You don't want it to stand out too much, but you want it to be seen and look good. So those are some quick sizing recommendations for email signatures. Hit me up if you have additional questions.